she made her eat Vinny? Hey everybody, welcome back to my anime react channel, Giz Anime. Today we're going to be reacting to Wonder Egg Party episode 10. Last episode we had Niru go into a dream and encounter her friend in an egg. I'm not sure if it was Acca or Acca that basically placed the egg into her dream so that she would encounter her friend. So this was a forced encounter, and which again leads me to wonder if the individuals they encounter in these dream states are really their friends, or just some kind of AI that the Acas make, because her friend was dead, yes, and this little pod just laying there, but still dead. How are they able to get the consciousness of the friend into the dream without even having the body or anything? How was the Acca able to put the egg in her dream and it'd be her friend? It seems really weird, and to me it's almost forced. And again, I think that what the people in the egg say are just kind of an amalgamish of things that the Acas basically gathered together, and we're like, okay, well, this is what this individual is like, and this is what they were into. This is their friend, so we're gonna kind of combine all of these things and hope for the best. And then they had her basically say, hey, look, I just want you to unplug me and take my body and bury me, because I don't want scientists dissecting me, because she was an albino genius, and apparently they're really rare in Japan. I mean, albinos are really rare anyway, but like the Japanese authorities would have experimented on her, and she didn't want that. So was that what she wanted, or was that what the Acas think she would have wanted? So that's what they put into the dream. We also got a little bit of a glimpse into the fact that the assistant is working for the Acas, or she's making it seem like she is, and she's really working with Niru, and Niru is having her basically try to figure out everything that's going on. I'm pretty sure the assistant is working with her though, and Niru has no clue what's going on behind the scenes. So to what end, we don't know, because the assistant said, look, if the girls knew what you were doing, the real end goal, they would fight against you. I kind of think it has something to do with immortality. The Acas seem like they're kind of like AIs, so maybe they want to figure out how to be immortal. There's also the thought that maybe they want to figure out how to prevent suicide, so they're trying to get into the minds of everybody and then kind of take the choice of taking your life away from you in a way. I'm not sure if the girls would fight against that so much. Again, I don't believe it's to bring back their friends though, because the girls wouldn't fight against that either. That's kind of the whole goal. We also got a little more into the dynamic, the friendships that the girls have when Momoe and Kawaii left, and with and then I was like, hey, I need to go back, I need to stop her, I need to talk to her. And then Rika basically tried to follow Ai back, and Momo stopped her and was like, look, Ai will have a lot better chance by herself to convince Niru to not do this, showing more that Ai is really the only one Niru really trusts. Their friendship is a lot stronger, and I don't think it's just because they were the first ones to meet each other. I think it's just Ai's character in general. She's more fun-loving, not outgoing, but deeper, in the sense that she understands more and allows that to show. Not saying that the other two don't understand. They just don't really know how to show they understand to the way Ai does, because like Rika, she's a bit more standoffish and prudish, and she it's like a shield for her, the way she acts. The dynamic of their friendship is shown a little more in the episode as well. This episode coming up, today's episode, I'm hoping that we get the reasoning behind why they're doing what they're doing. Well, with that being said, though, people, let's get into this episode and find out. I'll see you there. Alright, people, here we go. Is this Kawaii's feet? Nope, Momo's feet. I like how we get a little into everybody's story. And each episode kind of breaks them apart. Is she frantic or blushing? Going on a date with somebody? Or is this another dream? No, is she on a date with another girl or a guy? Momo doesn't know how to react to the hand touching. Wait, was it an actual dream? Oh, already asking him about why they're getting themselves involved. What they're really up to. Oh, they got outed. Founders. So Naru did know.
Whoa.
Wow, she's known this whole time. Are the Acas part of the group of geniuses? That's Acca and Acca. Okay. So they died, or did they commit suicide, and they used their brains to create an AI to head this organization to figure out why people commit suicide. So they're basically AIs. Lots, yeah, we have loads of questions. So they're not really AIs because they have their own intelligence, but they have artificial bodies. So I'm still going to probably head down the immortality rabbit hole now even more, because they could just keep recreating bodies as long as they can keep their mind active, possibly in the future download it. But that still doesn't really talk about the reason why they're on this whole suicide route. Well, I'd have a bunch of questions. I would not have left like that. Okay, is this before the date? And they were trying to talk to her about the date. The show does that a lot, the back and forth. Or is this after the date and she's going to talk about it? Yeah, okay. Huh. Look at Kawaii. She wants all the details. What happened? Did it not go well? It looked like it went really well. He didn't like that? He wanted you to look more like a guy? That's not the vibe I got from the date, from the way they showed it, because they were holding hands. They were going to all kinds of places. Like, if he was horrified, if he thought she was a guy in the first place and wanted to date her as being the guy, he would have just left, right? They wouldn't have continued the date. It would have been over. So I don't understand what happened, really. I feel like there's more to this. Yeah, she's still unsure of his involvement with Koito. I bet he has a bunch of stuff of Koito. Paintings, maybe sculptures that he had of her. Might be why he's leaving. He was really in love with his student. She committed suicide because they couldn't be in love because she was a student. Yeah, your little Pokemon isn't going to judge you. Is she going to find someone in her dream world that's kind of going through the same thing she is? So is this a guy that looks like a girl? Okay, no. So she's a girl that wants to be a boy. Momo's a girl that looks like a boy. He's not a crocodile, is he? I thought he was a lizard of some form. I guess. This whole time I was confused. Forced himself on top of her. Wow, that's... Did she have an abortion? Because it was a... Yeah, Momo was so mad. No, you're not strong, dude. You are pathetic. Anybody that's got to force themselves on a woman like that. Yo, this is probably the grossest looking boss they've had on this show so far. I guess that goes in hand, though, with what he did. But, like, all of them are evil. Right? It's never in the game. Like, focus on what you're doing. Trust Momo can handle it. There's a thought. She's worried about Momo because she doesn't want to worry about what's going on with Sawaki and Koito, probably. What in the world is this leaky oozy? I don't even want to think about what that could possibly symbolize. You know, look at Momo getting stronger. Wow. All of a sudden she turned into The Hulk just didn't turn green. That dude's size is massive. Whoa, she ripped like through half of his body. That's her little weapon is pretty strong. This happens to her all the time. Wow, she got beat red. I think that might have been the first time she actually liked it. What in the world is this? We've never seen a shower curtain. It's her friend. Oh, wow, that's creepy. And nowhere near what I thought was going to happen. Are the Acca's messing with them now? Okay, something really weird is about to happen. Hence her incredible blushing. She got over the, just like the initial shock that she went through originally. Or she just forgave. Like, what if Sawaki didn't do anything? She just has to forgive him because she thinks he's the reason that Koito killed herself. Well, that's kind of different. I thought it would be full of Koito, but it's full of how he envisions her in the future. Almost has like a Poison Ivy type look to it. How about Koito, right? To confront Thanatos, we need Thanatos being death. So to confront death, we need someone that can confront death. Yeah, I was wondering, what's this pool of water mean? Who in the world is this? Who's Frill? Yeah, she one-shot Vinny. Okay, what is going on here? This is not what I expected. She passed the trial, but this, whatever this is confronting her about her own fears now? I thought that's what we got over. Oh, wow. She made her eat Vinny? What in the world is going on here? Yo, this show is trippier than I had imagined. This is not what I expected at all. Alright, everybody, some sort of recap. Not really sure what to gather from the episode as a whole. I want to start with Thanatos is represented as a god of death. Eros is a god of love. So to combat death, the Acca say they need love. I'm trying to wrap my head around how Momoe being forced to eat her animal companion helps with her figuring out love at all. She passed the trial, the game, whatever you want to call this, to free her friend, yet I'm sure she's still not actually alive. She just moved on, I guess, to the next life. Kind of like in the movie Ghost. I don't know if you've seen that. It's an old movie. The guy dies. Spoiler alert. And he has unfinished business because he needs to protect his girl. So he stays because of that. So I'm wondering if like the statues are the girls with unfinished business because they're trying to get their friends through this somehow, hence the dream state, pushing forward until they're able to overcome the grief. And that's what Momo did. She overcome the grief. She was able to move forward because when she was kissed in this last moment from the girl from the egg, she got really red and was able to move on and accept that her friend died and that she had nothing to do with it. That she was basically free of any guilt or any burden or any association with what had happened. And I figured that this was what I was doing when she went to the art gala and confronted Sawaki and said, hey, look, are you the one? Or she didn't say, are you the one? She said, do you know why Koito died? And then they kind of left off. So next episode, we're probably going to get a lot into that, figure out exactly what he knows. She also asked, do you love my mom? And he said, yeah, a lot. So maybe Koito loved him, but he loved Ai's mom. And he was like, look, you know, we spend a lot of time together. We've been doing these art things. I've been drawing you, but this is out of friendship. This is out of student-teacher type thing. I love Ai's mother. I can't be with you in any form or fashion. You're my student. So Koito killed herself because he wasn't able to give back the love she wanted. So apparently Acca and Acca founded the Plati, the geniuses. So Neru's known about them and what they're really doing this whole time, and just hasn't let on. She probably knows a lot more than she's letting on still, because the girls really didn't ask anything. They just left to go talk to Momo about her date. She understands the purpose behind what's going on, which is probably why in the beginning they showed her going really gung ho for what they're trying to do. She gathered all those eggs and ended up hurting herself pretty bad. The assistant, like, I got that whole thing wrong because I thought the assistant was plotting something against the girls. And her saying the girls would fight against her or them if they knew what was going on seems kind of off too, because apparently not, because Neru knows exactly what's going on. Still yet, I'm not sure what they're trying to do. So, but at the same time, it's obvious that they're not bringing back the friends, because I don't think Momo's friend is alive somewhere walking around right now, risen from the grave. And I'm not sure if they're trying to figure out a way where people won't kill themselves, or they're trying to figure out a way for themselves to be immortal. The show has turned pretty dark all of a sudden, and has gotten a lot weirder and a lot more confusing. I'm really interested in hearing any comments, so if anybody sees this reaction and has their own opinions, thoughts, or ideas, let me know in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, and I will see you all next time.